Yes, well and fine. A very chill morning to each and all. Once again, we have assembled over here to have a discussion on one of the small topic, that is the estimates regarding the poverty. Although we have been knowing that there are various factors which has led to the poverty in the country, and this poverty, I talked about the same thing few classes back also, that some of the things are there which are the sin for the country. Either it is unemployment, illiteracy, population, food starvation, and poverty. If all these five things are eradicated, the country will just rise to the boom. The country will rise to the boom. But we are in the period of a recession. This is a period of a recession. And this is a climax, boom. And then there is a trend of downfall. This cycle goes on in economics. A recession, moving to the boom, then again transition, moving downwards. So we are still in the phase of a recession. Boom is quite above. अभी बहुत दूर है. If such five things are to be eradicated, either it is the problem of illiteracy, or it's the problem of population, or unemployment, or food starvation, or poverty, then we will reach to the position of boom. The estimates regarding the poverty in the country, the present scenario what we are talking about of 2020, and if we compare the present with that of the past which had already taken place, there has been a great jump in the removal of the poverty in the country. Whatever the situation was, if it was 45% of poverty in the period of 1993 or 94, so 32.2%, 32.2% in the year 2005. In the same likewise manner, we have been seeing that the poverty in the country since last 2 decades, that is, if we are counting about the survey which had been done 20 years back in the year 2000, comparing to such a scenario, we find that the situation of poverty in India has gone quite low. What can be the reasons behind that? The basic reasons behind that can be the remedial measures. Poverty, remedial measures, either made up by the government of India or the tentative steps taken by the people itself. Several programs have been implemented by the government to eradicate these poverty programs, to eradicate the poverty in the country, such that our country, the people may not live under the poverty line, such that the living standard of the people that can become better. People may not die of hunger. They may not stay in the state of poverty. So for that, the situation has really changed. And Bhavan Kripa, if this trend goes on, and if that literacy rate emaciates our mind, हमारे मन में अगर वो बात आ जाता है लिटरेसी को ध्यान में रखकर, हम दो हमारे दो, तो शायद उस पॉवर्टी को हम धीरे धीरे इरेडिकेट कर सकते हैं. तो वो कब आ सकता है? When it can only come if we are a literate person, when we can understand the value of that. Not this, that we are 2 and I will have 8 children. So no, that is not fair. You are going to create a burden upon the country. You are going to be a burden upon the government of India also. Because I know you cannot give each and every facility to that 8 children. What will happen? He will become a non-earning member of the society. जिसके बारे में हम सोच रहे हैं कि probably one day or the other he will become an earning member, he will become a technical engineer or something like that if he gets education. So that dream will never be fulfilled. Because if my condition is not good, then how can I expect that I can give each and everything to my 8 children? That is not possible. So this can be done if we are literate and we can understand what is better if we are having only 2 children. So the government will one day or the other will surely come. You just see. Either it is Narendra Modi or any government, ये पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल पर निश्चित आएगा. आज आ जाए, कल आ जाए, लेकिन प्रोबेबिलिटी है, चांसेस की इस पर भी कुछ ना कुछ संज्ञान ले ही लिया जाएगा. हो सकता है चाहे कुछ उस तरह का वातावरण बना दे कि नहीं, हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव वही बनेंगे जिनको 2 औलाद हो. अगर 3 वाले हों तो ही कैन नॉट कंटेस्ट द इलेक्शन. तो धीरे धीरे ये अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम भी आएगा. Any way or the other, you will see that population is also one of the factors which are interlinked with several other problems of the country. Poverty, why? Ramu, a rickshaw puller, earns every day 50 rupees, but he has got 6 children. So what can be? That same 50 rupees will be distributed between 6 plus 2, 8. And if that same Ramu is earning 50 rupees and if he has got 2 children, then the money remaining in hand, that will be better, that will be more, and that will be invested more, so the condition will become better. So still after the period of independence, we are witnessing that the scenario of poverty which we are seeing in India, that has basically retarded as compared to that of the past. What was 45%, what tend to be 32%, now still it is lying within 17% or 19%, something like that, in the present scenario. So slowly and slowly, that problem will finish off. Several programs have been implemented in order to sort out some of those things, and all such programs I have already talked about. I have already given you in a written material also, that various remedial programs have been formulated by the government of India, such that the people may not live in poverty. We had also talked about the fixed price shop, fair price shop, and then this PDS system, price distribution, we had also talked about. So by those measures and various other programs which are implemented by the government, that has literally led to the downfall in the poverty ratio which was emerging. तो उसमें जो हम देख रहे हैं कि थोड़ा गिरावट जरूर आया है. Now talking about the vulnerable groups, which are those groups which are basically affected? As far as I remember, I had told you that in a vulnerable group, vulnerable means what? Those groups which are very much prone to what? Very much prone to poverty. जो बिल्कुल ही स्थिति ऐसी बनी हुई है कि वो लोग अब नहीं तो अब जो है वो लोग पहुंच जाएगा पॉवर्टी में. Either they can be the member of the scheduled caste, either they are the members of the scheduled tribe, or they are the widowed women, or they are the old aged persons and so on. So those people can go on. So let's talk about this vulnerable group. The proportion of people below poverty line is also not the same for all social groups and economic categories also. Yes, the proportion of the people living below the poverty line is not equal for the same people. There are various sections of people who have their different lifestyle. And if I am looking at the lifestyle of that person, then that also comes into my mind. अरे यार क्या बेहतर लाइफस्टाइल जी रहा है, एसी से उतरा एसी में घुस गया, एक तो चाय पिया 50 रुपया का, फिर एसी में घुस गया. So that lifestyle, how can I admit that I can also get that? Because I am knowing that my way of earning, my status is not compared to that. But still, the same thing comes with that of the poverty also. Poverty haunts different social groups according to their status. There are various social groups in the country. Social groups, I mean to say, कुछ संगठन हैं शेड्यूल कास्ट के ग्रुप का, कुछ हैं शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स के हैं, कुछ ओल्ड एजेड पर्सन्स का आप देखिएगा कम्युनिटी है, कुछ विडोड औरतों की कम्युनिटी है। तो विडो का, शेड्यूल कास्ट का, शेड्यूल ट्राइब का, ओल्ड एजेड पर्सन्स का सेम तरह का पॉवर्टी का रेशियो आप नहीं पाइएगा सब में। सबके पॉवर्टी के रेशियो में भिन्नता आपको दिखाई पड़ेगी। That's why it's clearly written the proportion of people below poverty line is not the same for all the social groups and economic categories in India. It's not the same everywhere. That varies. My poverty ratio is something different. Yours can be something different. Your livelihood, your living standard will be something different. My living standard will be something different. And basically, according to the World Bank and according to the trend which we are witnessing, that is calculated according to the money what I am earning. That depends upon that. There is no money in hand. Am I dreaming about that? I will go to Tustia in और आज वहाँ जाके I will मतलब मैं ये खाऊंगा, मैं वो खाऊंगा। पर्स में मात्र ठंडी रखा था। I dream बड़का बड़का देख रहा है। So that is just ख्याली पुलाव I am पकाएंगे, isn't it? That just I am building the castles in the air. हवा में जो है हम अपना महल तैयार कर रहे हैं। बहुत बार आप देखते होंगे दो मित्र बैठा हुआ है पूल किनारे, दिए जा रहा है एकदम गोला पे गोला, फटाफट कल लेट के लक्ष्मी गर्दा झाड़ी दे दिए। पता चलता है कि उसको यह है, उसको पर्स में 8 आना नहीं है, लेकिन कल वो तो सीएम गर्दा झाड़ के आ गया। So that is literally the thing which I want to say. That is only the thing which you speak. You have to find out whether you are really the same thing or not. That assessment has to be calculated. So poverty in the country that varies from different social groups and social groups. Social groups which are most vulnerable to poverty, yes, which I told right now. Why social groups which are very much vulnerable, which are very much near, which are very much which are very much prone to poverty, they are whom? They are which groups? They are the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe household. तुरंत नजर में जाएगा, पॉवर्टी की बात होती है तुरंत आपके दिमाग में जाएगा, अरे इट कैन बी प्रोबेबली शेड्यूल कास्ट पीपल, शेड्यूल ट्राइब पीपल. Why? Because they are a homestead person, they do not have landed property, their condition is very bad. Right from the beginning उनका इतिहास रहा है कि they came from the forest area and this and that. So they are very much near to poverty. So talking about the most vulnerable groups in India, it is the scheduled caste and it is the scheduled tribe. Similarly, amongst the economic groups, the most vulnerable are among the economic group. What does it mean? तुरंत वहां पर आपके ब्रेन को काम करना चाहिए जब हम बात करते हैं इकोनॉमिक ग्रुप मींस रिलेटिंग टू द एक्टिविटी डन by a person. Economic activity is what? I have previously told also, economic activities are those activities which generates income, which generates money. So looking into the vulnerable section of group which are still undergoing some of the economic activities, तो उनमें से vulnerable group को हम किसको मानेंगे? The economic groups, the most vulnerable groups are the rural agricultural labor household. गांव के एरिया में वैसे लोग जो लेबर का काम कर रहे हैं, मीनियल वर्क्स, उसको हम वल्नरेबल के ग्रुप में डालेंगे. Such categories of people who are still undergoing economic activity, परंतु even them also, which are the groups which are very much near to poverty, they are the laboring class who are there in the rural area. And also the group which is there in graph 3.1 shows the percentage of poor people in all these groups. There is a chart given there in the book which shows the percentages of the people residing in the poverty. What does it say? Although the average for people below poverty line for all group in India is 30, 48 out of 100 people belonging to scheduled tribe in rural areas are not able to meet their basic needs. Non-economic activity. Only talking about the caste system. 48 families out of the 100 within the scheduled tribe area, they are residing in the poverty. but this is an older data which is mentioned there in the book. The current one you will get it. So our condition has become better. It's not 48 families, it's something better. Kam ho gaya hai. ठीक है. So by looking at that data also we can well say that still now in India we are finding that out of the 100 families, 48 families of the scheduled tribe, they are still under the poverty line. Similarly, 47% of the casual workers in the urban areas are below poverty line. Even the casual workers in the urban area, casual workers, they are engaged in the economic activities. जो कुछ भी कमा रहा हो, लेकिन फिर भी जो एक अर्बन एरिया का एक मापदंड है पॉवर्टी लाइन का, either it is 450 calories of food per day, even 47% of the casual workers are not meeting out such type of things. So over there also we find that these are some of the vulnerable sections of the people who are still below the poverty. About 50% of landless agricultural workers and 43% of those scheduled castes are also poor. The double disadvantage of being a landless casual wage labor household in the especially disadvantaged social groups of the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe population highlights the seriousness of the problem. So the double disadvantage is what? The casual workers living in the urban area, the scheduled tribe groups, the scheduled caste section of people, they all together amalgamate means mishrit. They all together amalgamate a big section of the people who reside within the poverty line. They do not get proper fooding, they do not get proper housing, they do not get the proper medical benefits, they do not get the proper drainage system, they do not have the advantage of meeting out the expenses. What they think that today I am going to earn that much, they cannot say that. It's upon the destiny whether they are going to get the work or not. And if they are going to get the work, the limit is limited. Means the prescribed rate is limited there. If he is a laborer, he will get 250 rupees or he will get 300 rupees. He cannot exceed that. But if he is a teacher, if he is a lawyer, if he is a doctor by profession, he knows that his income will be something much better as compared to that of that casual worker. So as a whole, in a nutshell, we can say that it's the vulnerable section of the people. Which are those social groups? Either they are the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, the old aged persons, the widowed lady. Talking about the rural areas, the laborers. In the urban area, the casual workers, they are very much prone to poverty. Although the estimates regarding the poverty, that has, the graph of that poverty has deteriorated, but still we find that such graph is not up to the mark, and still we are struggling. Still our government is also struggling to eradicate this poverty, and for that eradication, it is the support of the people which is the most necessary thing which is to be demanded. It's not only that government has to be worried about that, it is awareness of we people also, that we people also come in hand to hand together with the government to solve the issue. So we are stopping here, we will just know, and we are knowing it, the poverty estimates, it is the current data which you have to come to a conclusion, and then vulnerable groups, which are those groups which are very much prone to the poverty, that much you have to be clear in your mind. Till then, best of luck. Have a fine.